Do Russians really want, I'm talking about, and I hesitate to say this even, given the facts as I'm about to present them. Regular people like you and I, do they really want World War III? Okay, well, this is the Russian legislature, so I guess not like anyone, or not anyone like you and I. A draft law on recognition as compatriots of all those who speak Russian has been submitted by the State Duma. The bill also proposes to clarify the list of peoples historically living in Russia. Let's start with the last part. A list of people historically living in Russia. So, like, who? Individuals? Or, well, peoples, I guess that would be groups. So, Japhetite or R1A or Khazarian Jews, right? Gee, just about anybody, really, right? Think of any Soviet, post-Soviet republic, depending on how they define this, right? This so-called Russian civilization, right? So this could potentially include, the point is, just about anybody, right? Or a shit ton of people that no longer potentially live in what they call Russia, right? A draft law, now listen to this carefully, on recognition as compatriots of all those who speak Russian has been submitted to the State Duma. If this passes, what this could mean is that depending on who they define to be Russian, right? Because clearly these people, maybe it's not so clear, but they're postmodernists, right? Russian is gonna mean whatever the fuck they want it to mean, right? Right. These people could live, Poland, the Baltic states, Finland, Scandinavia, Germany, Ireland, UK, Kansas, right? So, if anything happens to anybody Russia deems to be part of their Russian civilization, right? This is straight out of Dugin's playbook, right? Well, no. He was lying when he said he has President Putin's ear, right? He was lying. So let's just go with the most probable example of what's happening here, potentially, right? I hope not. So, and this might explain why the Russian, Putin, has been so slow, taking his time, creating this humanitarian crisis in Ukraine, right? So, as Putin is taking his sweet ass time, engaging maybe 5-10% of his forces, right? Creating this humanitarian crisis, and all these Russian speaking Ukrainians, some Russians, who, it doesn't matter, right? So long as they speak Russian, right? They are Russian, right? This really isn't about nationality anymore, right? It's just, you speak Russian, then you are Russian. This is completely just made up postmodern nonsense, right? So these people, mostly Ukrainians, right, are being sent to Poland, and they don't exactly love each other. And even if they did, because of the kind of pressure that this will put on a country like Poland and the people migrating there, you could imagine there being some friction, right? Let's say a bunch of Polish hooligans, or just a false flag, right? Sponsored by whomever, even some arms manufacturer. But let's just say, for the sake of the argument, that some Polish hooligans get tired of, or they catch some Ukrainian guy raping a Polish woman or whistling at her or whatever, and they beat the fuck out of him and his family, and maybe he dies or whatever, right? And he happened to speak Russian and was part of this mythical, right? Completely artificial Russian civilization, right? Maybe not completely, but the way they're setting this up potentially could be, right? That could potentially give an excuse, a legal framework for Russia to invade Poland, right? Because that might be considered it would be considered an attack on a Russian compatriot, right? A Russian comrade. And it's not funny. And give enough of, and look, Putin, people they don't really need this excuse, but this will help them convince the probably to some degree brainwashed Russian masses that have no love for Polish people and don't really give a fuck about the Ukrainians too much either, right? Not all, but it just is what it is, man. They have a long history of fucking killing each other, the idiots that they are. Right? This will. It's mainly, I think, to gain popular support in Russia, and also have some paperwork that somehow says that it's okay for him to do this, right? Invade Poland because some Polish hooligans beat up a Russian-speaking Ukrainian that who's the Russian military, right? Whose family they killed, and he migrated to Poland, right? All of a sudden, Russia is gonna care about the Russian citizens, compatriots, just like they care about the people in Donbass, right? Which is why they've been prolonging that fucking war forever. Where look, the Azov battalion, they're not exactly secretive. They're out in the open. Anytime there's a camera, any kind of Western media or whatever representative going, man, they are happy to show themselves, right? I guarantee you they have, groups online, if not exactly Azov, the similar interests that they hit like on online, right? In other words, it's not that fucking difficult to track them and find them with the technology that modern states, especially a surveillance state like Russia possesses, right? And they use their fleet of drones to take these motherfuckers out one by one by one by one when they call their girlfriends on their phone, right? Somehow the Ukrainians are able to take out Russian generals, right? Who are calling their wives asking what's for dinner. They're able to take them out, right? But Russia can't take out the Azov. Really? Without, endangering any of their own men clinically, somewhat efficiently. They can't do that, really? Come on, man. They've been burning up all grandmas with directed energy weapons, calling it spontaneous combustion, right? In the fucking 50s or 60s or 70s, something like that. Oh, what a mystery. No mystery. It's just a weapons test. But they can't get the Azov, right? Look up, by the way, spontaneous combustion. You tell me what that was. Anyway. Or human spontaneous combustion. Human body just spontaneously burst into flames. Fuck my life. Anyway, so it's starting to make sense, right? Why Putin maybe, or whoever controls him, right? Why they would want this sort of crisis to destabilize Europe, something I've been talking about for a while now. And then now they're passing this law where, if it's so diabolical, right? Maybe I'm wrong, but it's just so sneaky and backhanded and just so filthy and dirty, right? These people whose country you bummed the fuck out of, all of a sudden they're your compatriots, right? Because they speak Russian, and you're gonna use those fucking people to justify potentially, right? And we'll see. Hopefully I'm wrong. to invade another country, right? I mean, sneaky bastards. Anyway, there's more. Now look, it could be that tweet is fake news, just as this headline, right? And survey: 86.6% of Russians support the idea of launching an attack on a country of the European Union. Is this could this have something to do with could Brexit have something to do with this, right? I was talking about how GB are always like, oh yeah, you guys go on ahead and fight it out while we just chill from here and collect the spoils. Could that could Brexit have something to do with this, right? Planning into the future, maybe. Anyway, look, this could be bullshit, right? This is a pro-Ukrainian site. They might be looking to, gain support for their cause by vilifying Russians, right? But let's just assume that this is correct, right? 86.6% of Russians support the idea of launching an attack on a country of the European Union, including Poland, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Bulgaria, Czechia, and Slovakia. So, yeah. Would you look at that? Slavic countries. How fucking predictable. Where's the fucking survey? So, I have a difficult time believing that this is true, right? Are Russian people really this stupid and brainwashed? Are they really that geopolitically daft, right? Don't they understand how this would, make it very likely that there will be nukes dropped on them? Don't they get this? This is very hard for me to believe. But let's just assume it's real, right? I have a question for you, right? And be honest. Don't try to be a corny ass little edgelord. Just speak the truth. Would you rather live in a degenerate society, right? Where like, I don't know, 15, whatever it is, right? 20% of the society is like really ostensibly degenerated and, sexually so. You know what I'm talking about, LGBT and right, like nothing against gay people. We're talking about degenerates just putting it out there and promoting this sort of stuff, right? Would you rather live in a society that has these kind of problems that let's say US has? Would you rather live in US with all its fucking problems, right? Where you could legally still own guns and still have, a semblance of freedom and places to go to GTFO, bug out, whatever, or would you live in Russia where 87% of the population, as the country is embroiled in war and their president is threatening using nuclear weapons, right? Where 87% of people there want to roll the fucking existential dice to be or not to be, right? But this is Dugin's influence, right? Or people like it's that ideology, whether it came from him originally or somehow it's been imbued in people's heads. Again, I'm just assuming that the survey is correct, right? Would you rather live in the United States with all of its problems or in fucking Russia where almost 90% of the people are like, fuck it, roll the dice. Let's see if they have the balls. Kill millions of people, destroy whole cities for a very, very long time, make huge swaths of land uninhabitable, right? Cause cancer for years of unborn innocent children. Yeah, fuck it. Do all of that and then risk committing suicide yourself, essentially, right? Would you rather live there, right? right? Go on ahead. Go on ahead. If you think Russia is this great and awesome place, defender of humanity and freedom and traditionalism, and if you really think that, go on ahead, move to Russia. Yeah, I thought so. Pro-war rally. Right? I mean, you really can't see the fascist World War II Hitler Nazi undertones in this? Really? These, like, again, I'm assuming that this is real. I have a hard time believing it. But let's just assume it's real. These people are so brainwashed. They're all for this, right? It could just be propaganda and bullshit. I don't know. So 39.6% would want Russia to attack Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, right? What the fuck did those people do to you? The fuck did they? It's this idea of this grand, great Russian civilization, right? Just a bunch of bullshit. This is exactly what Dugin talks about in his book, right? These people don't even speak anything close to your fucking language. Estonia, Latvia, or Lithuania. Yeah, they're distantly related. There's no mutual it's late, I can't speak right now. Intelligibility, right? Between Russians and people in those states. How the fuck are they part of your civilization? 75.5% Poland, right? I hope this is wrong. But this is starting to look like World War II all over again, right? 41% Czech Republic, Bulgaria, Slovakia, Hungary. Fucking Hungary, which has been pretty, if I'm not mistaken, pro-Russia in this war, right? Fuck it, attack them too. 86% Russians support a potential attack on EU. And a whole bunch of them want to see was this, maybe this was a different shit. There must have been a different one when it came to nukes. I'm sorry. Oh, here we go. There it is. 3/4 of the Russian population variably accept Russia's use of nuclear weapons. Only a quarter of Russians strongly oppose the use of nuclear weapons. Do you assume that the Russian Federation, in order to protect its legitimate interests and provided that Vladimir Putin receives information about a threat of the use of such weapons against Russia, would use... Okay, so provided that he just receives information about the threat. So they are kind of terrorizing their own people in the first place, right? If somebody threatens them, then they should use nuclear weapons, right? Just because somebody threatens them. This is this nonsense that I've been hearing ever since the beginning. Just because the bear, right, Russia, who is like, has no free will, it's not a human being, it's this wild, dehumanized animal who cannot think rationally and just lashes out because it feels threatened, right? That makes it moral. Because we're not humans, we're animals. So yeah, they're kind of manipulating the people, but still, just because someone threatens Russia, right? Just because someone threatens you, that doesn't mean you get to kill them. What kind of demoralized world do you live in? Well, this one, I guess. But So, but okay, fine. If that's the case, then if the EU or any country on the planet where there is one person that speaks Russian, right, considers, if this bill passes in the Russian parliament, right, they can consider that a threat. That means they can nuke Russia now because they're gonna feel threatened. They're gonna have to walk around on eggshells when it comes to Russian-speaking people in their country. What? Just give them like state assistance just off the bat? Pay them a whole bunch of money for doing nothing just so that Russia doesn't like have an excuse to invade them or something? Is that what they're supposed to do now? What if so it all those people who said that it's okay, right, because Russia felt threatened, it's okay for them to murder innocent people, then I guess you have to accept the argument that if any country on the planet that has a one Russian speaker in it feels threatened because of this bill that will probably pass in the Duma, that makes it okay for them to attack Russia, right? This is this is the insane nihilistic world of relative morality all these fucking clowns live in. Give me a break, man. I hope this shit's fake, you know what I mean? Because I really have a difficult time believing, as brainwashed as just people in general, right? I'm not trying to pick on the Russians, are, that they would approve just by almost every single goddamn person. Like the 13% probably don't fucking speak Russian, you know what I mean? Because of this grand Russian civilization. Get the fuck out of here. We're a bunch of nonsense, man. Anyway, yeah, this is a very uh religious, right? Christian country. Give me a break.